Hello everybody and welcome to Reiki with Christopher Kermie. I'm Christopher Kermie and this is my singing wolf Shira. She loves to sing for you. She's a little show up, but that's okay, we let her. How's everybody doing on this fine afternoon? It's been probably a couple months since I've done a video of any kind, so I'm really grateful to be back and show you guys my new backdrop. A lot of you guys have seen it. I've taken pictures of it and posted it, but this is my first video with the backdrop. This is something I've been working on the last year since I got to Salem. So it's an ongoing project for sure, but I'm having a good time with it. I'm doing a lot of work with it, as you can see. You know, it's going to be an ongoing project for a while, and I was actually going to pause of doing the videos while I finish it, but then I realized, you know what, it's already taken me 13 months to do this work. It's going to take a couple years probably to finish this, but who knows how long. It doesn't really matter. I just like to enjoy myself while I'm doing it. So I decided I'm just going to do the videos. Show the process of it. Why not? You know, life is a process, and this is a good teacher for me to just be in the process. Don't fucking stress it. Don't be perfect with it. We're not perfect. But anyway, it's definitely a process, and so is everything in life. So just breathe with me, will you, for a second. Let's take some deep breaths to start this process anyway of the video, shall we? So, would you guys breathe with me? Just take some deep belly breaths. Let's take 3 breaths together. 1, 2, 3. Great reminders just to slow down and be here now, which is all we have. My little mini Shira. Got a couple new noise makers, but anyway, what I was sharing was being in the process, and this has definitely been a process that I will continue to be in. And like I said, welcome to Reiki with Christopher Kermie. And what we do here is do some card readings with you guys, and I share the cards with you guys, and whatever the topic is, I'll speak a little bit on it and share with you guys the collective. And while I'm sharing with you guys, it really helps me too. That's why I love doing these videos, because it's a universal thing, and what Reiki is. When I'm sharing these videos, I also share Reiki with you guys, which is universal life force energy, and it has done wonders in my life. I have been a Reiki practitioner for the last 3-4 years. I got certified about 4 years ago. And I've been doing it ever since, and just love it, and it's changed my life all for the better. And I decided one day to start making videos and share some of that awesomeness with you guys. So without further ado, first off, before I do some Reiki, we do the Oracle cards. And what I was doing before is I had 7 decks in front of me, and I pull from one of those decks after I hover my hand over the decks. But I decided to downsize a little bit, and I'm only doing 3 card decks at a time. It was a little overwhelming at first, but now I'm doing 3 instead of 7. Let's calm down a little bit. So let's do it, shall we? So I got 3 decks in front of me, and I'm hovering my hands over them. And usually my hands get really hot what deck to choose. they're all warm. So I'm going to keep hovering for a couple moments. What do you have in store for us, universe, this morning? And there you go. The middle deck. This is my new Empath to Empowerment deck. It's the last card deck I received as a gift from my mother. So, you know, she always knows what my spirit needs. So I mix it up. I don't shuffle like a lot of these card readers do, or card players. I've always just mixed it up and it works just fine for me. So I'll draw a card and then share it with you guys. Honor your inner child. Focus on your inner child's needs and your inner child. Is your inner child afraid, or is it in need of more playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. Got some cool artwork to this deck too. It's a great reading. Honor your inner child. You know, we a lot of times ignore that child. I know from in my experience, I have in the past, but that inner child is always with us and wants to break free and play. Yippee! We gotta play and have some fun every once in a while. You know, life is get busy for us and we forget to have that playtime. Sometimes we just get too mixed up with the hustle and bustle and move that child to the sides, you know. Child's playing hide and go seek. I want to play. And then we're like, shh, we got to go to work. We got to make these phone calls. We got to make these deadlines. Why all the while our inner child's going, what about me? What about me? You know, I'm guilty of this from a lot of my life. And I've done a lot of that soul searching inner work, trying to play with that child again. Play with my spirit. You know, have fun with life. Not take things so seriously like a lot of us do in life. You know, life is supposed to be fun. Yeah, we have unpredictability, lots of hustle and bustle on a daily basis. The rat race that society has given us and kept us in. You know, it goes on and on and on. Yeah, that's purposeful what I'm doing here. It just goes on and on and on and on and on until we go, hey, wait a minute. I know life is real busy. I have bills. I got things to do. I got to pay for rent. Blah, 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 blah. I got these freaking bills coming out of nowhere. I got these deadlines. I got these obligations. You just need to take the brakes on a little bit. You like that? Brake check. But yeah, it's honor your inner child. Focus on your inner child's needs. What are your inner child's needs today? Is your inner child afraid? My inner child's been afraid for a long time in life. You know, sometimes it's afraid, sometimes it's excited. Sometimes it just wants to have a conversation. You know, that inner child work is important. You know, that's part of who we are. That's our spirit. We ignore that in life. At least I do. And I don't want to do that. I want to play. Sometimes we take life seriously. We get too analytical. We get too busy. That's not our fault. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Say, you know what? This is where we are. This is what we've done in life. Forgive yourself. You know, it's a process, yes. It's challenging at times, yes. But take those moments in life. Pause. But what do I need? What does my spirit need? What does my inner child want? You know? This is how I break free. This is my inner child at play a lot of times. You know, there's other things I do in life today, and that's good. We got to have that balance. We got to have that playtime, because we get too much in our heads. We get too stressed out. We get too frustrated. You know, just recently, during my pause on my videos, probably about a month ago, I went through a serious psychosis. Because I was getting too stressed out in life. I was getting too overwhelmed. I didn't give my inner child enough time to play. I didn't listen. I ignored little Christopher for a long time. And I got myself sick. You know, this last month, was, like I said, sharing a little bit of my story. I got a little psychosis. You know, I sent myself to ER. It was scary shit. My mind was overwhelmed. You know, I had fears that I couldn't explain at the time. Looking back at it, I can see that I just got too fucking overwhelmed with life. Which, you know, we all do from time to time. And then we just need to take that moment and breathe and just be in the moment and realize what is right in front of us. What can we control? What can we move past? And not move past, but just walk through. And, you know, moving past it is what gets us in trouble sometimes. Ignoring it, saying, push it aside. Ask the universe, what is it you want? What is it is for my best, highest good in life? That's the question need to ask ourselves. What is for our highest good? You know, we see all this stuff going on around us, all this turmoil, all this stress. It can be overwhelming at times. But then we gotta just stop and say, what do I have in my control? You know, what can I do with my senses? Feel, touch. What does my spirit tell me? Well, my spirit tells me to honor your inner child. Focus on your inner child's needs. What is your inner child's needs today? You know, what I'm going to do today is probably go out for a walk because it's very nice. Do some art. Definitely get some fresh air. The other day I went swimming. I jumped in the river for the first time all year. That was great. That was a great way to start my day. I did that right before work. I'm on my scooter going to work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to my river spot and jump in the river. And that was my intention for the morning, and I did it. And I felt great. And the rest of the day just worked out okay. You know, things were smooth that day. Because I'm listening to myself, I'm listening to my spirit, I'm honoring that inner child of mine. Something that I didn't do on a daily basis in my life, of course. You know, like I said, we get too busy, too overwhelmed, and it's time to play. It's time to balance that out in life, you know. Life changes on a daily basis. Life is hard. Life sucks sometimes. But we just listen to that spirit of ours, and we can make it through. We'll be okay. And with that, I want to do some Reiki with you guys. Get a little choked up talking about it because there's a lot of things, you know, in life that I personally have regretted, and I'm been working through for a long time, going, you know what? Regrets suck. You know, we all have them. So just do what we can with what we got on a daily basis. You know, we can only do what we can do, and we got what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us right now is little Christopher wanting to share some Reiki with you guys. So, you guys don't have to do nothing but just receive. And I'm just the conduit to send that Reiki to you. Take that universal life force straight from source. The great thing is we all can do this. We all have that power within us. Just breathe and received. Whatever you guys are doing today, wherever you guys are, take that time to play. Take that time to honor that inner child. To do something fun, to do something you enjoy. I'm taking that to heart. I'm going to do some play today. There you are, baby. All for you. And this to let you guys know, like I said, I've been a Reiki practitioner for the last 3-4 years now. I'm living in Salem, Oregon. So if you guys, anybody in Salem, or you know anybody who would like some Reiki, just get a hold of me through my Facebook, Christopher Dunlap. I'm also put my videos on YouTube, so you'll find me there. And yeah, and obviously some art. So if you guys are ever interested in some art, just let me know, and we'll do some custom work for you. So yeah, let me know. I don't just do one-on-one Reiki. I also am a long-distance Reiki practitioner. So if you guys aren't in Salem, Oregon, you guys can still talk to me. Just message me on my Facebook or just comment below and we'll talk. So on that note, you guys have a great day. Peace.